Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 with the Rude Man. I think everything's on. I think it's working. Well, we're back again. It's Tuesday, another week. Oh my God. These guys don't play well together, I'm telling you. Come on, Mr. Klaus. Get off. There you go. Okay, he's full, so I'm just going to pull him out of the way. Get our truck in here. Hi, Andy. How you feeling, buddy? He's not quite full. So we can kind of get him moseyed on until he is full. Man, that's dirty. That rig's dirty. Hi. How you doing, Dennis? I'm glad it's getting better. I hope it's getting better. Is the audio video okay? Sound check, you can hear me okay? My voice isn't too bad. I hear something weird in the microphone. That's why I'm asking. I hope it's not transferring through to the live stream. It's almost like I got a loose wire or something. Okay, looks fine. All right, thanks. Appreciate it. Is this guy empty? Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate it. And we're off. Like a herd of turtles. A herd of turtles. Speedy Gonzales, I guess. We still didn't get full, but at least he's done. He got through the job. Where the heck are we? That's a sale point over there. Okay, I know where we're at. This is one of the new fields, isn't it? Craig, how are you? I'm doing fine. Another Tuesday, like I said earlier, another week. We're in October now. Yeah, Craig, I'm doing good. Hope you're well. What's that guy doing? He's backing up. He's going to back all the way up here. Come on. You can stop. Job's done. You won't be around next week? People to see, places to go. Hell, I might not be around next week. You never know. Beer o'clock on Andy. All right, I don't know where to go next. I don't know what we got here. I guess we'll go look. We bought all that new land, and I don't know what's going on with it. If it's ready to go, if it needs to be seeded.
Oh,
Let's see. We've got cotton growing here. It's 100% fertilized. Cheers, Craig. All right, we got wheat growing here. It's 100% fertilized. All these new fields I've got. Oh, this one of my old fields, actually. All right, that's my old field. This is a new field. All right, this one is fertilized, and I'm assuming it's limed because it's been plowed. So I need to seed it. This one needs to be seeded or plowed. Whatever. Who's doing what on this one? There's the plow. Let's get him started again. You start work next week? Well, sweet. Tuesday and Thursday am working 4 p.m. to midnight. Well, as you know, this live streams go up right away. I know it's not the same. Watching the live stream is not the same as watching the video afterwards, but it's there. You can speed through it if you'd like to. I don't know. Oh, wow. I still got a bunch of meat to do. And it's still coming. Look at the size of those ham hocks. Holy smokers. More poo to pick up. All right, I'm looking for... There we go. We got one of those. And they just finished that field, didn't they? Yeah, I think they did. So let's mosey this guy down. Looks like he did sorghum. Looks like he planted sorghum. So we can do something else. We can do sunflowers or some beans. We do some more canola. That works for me. Jeez. I don't know. Okay. Well, we'll get going up here. Now this one's got the railroad tracks and the end of the world to deal with. So I think I might do once around. On this field, so I don't have, so I can start it and leave it. I can hire a worker and let him do the job. Craig's gonna check, see how much grain he's got. 5,345. Wow, he's stacking it up, man. I'm gonna have to raise the prices on beer. Beer's the expensive one. That was my way of controlling it. I figured if I made beer expensive, it wouldn't be done as much, so it wasn't like beer's going off every 5 minutes. I was trying to control it somewhat. I got me a Baja Blast. Carol went out. And grabbed herself some pizza and grabbed one of these. Brought it back to me. I know I have another seater because I leased one. CFL's in-house. Hey, CFL, how you doing? You got 128 subs now. What'd you have last time? I can't recall. Last time I looked, it was about a week and a half ago, I think. It's cold.
Oh, yeah.
I would imagine it would start getting cold up there for you guys. Cheers, Andy. Baseball playoffs, huh? Oh, so you got an extra one. You only had a 127? Hey, it grows. Maybe slow, but, you know, one person talks to another. You never know. Does anyone watch Canada? I don't even watch the United States sports. I'm not a sports fan at all. I don't know anything about sports. I don't watch, you know, I think in my lifetime, I think I've only watched one Super Bowl. Now I've seen the Super Bowl, but to sit and watch it, that's a little different. You know, I've been at other people's house and they got Super Bowl on and I've seen it. But to sit down and watch a whole game, I've only done once in my life. And it was because I was at somebody else's house and that's what they were going to do. And they had kind of a Super Bowl party going. I didn't pay too much interest in the game because I don't know anything about it. But I did sit and watch the whole thing. And, you know, just talking to people as they, trying to pretend like I know, you know, what they're getting excited about. But I'm really not much for sports. I think they're all overpaid. You know, look at especially the baseball players. The baseball players, they get good and fat. And it's like, wow, they're getting paid all that money and they can't even exercise. Got one of my, Carol bought me a Hawaiian shirt for going to Hawaii. That's what this is. And I never got to use it, obviously, because we didn't get to go. So I'm still wearing it. Got to wear it sometime. So I wear it while I'm recording. I kind of like it. It's not too loud. Some of those things get really bright and loud. This one's not too bad. It's kind of a darker color than you'd find in a normal Hawaiian shirt. Okay, I think that we're okay to let this guy go now. I shouldn't have to worry about this end of the road. So let's move on. Right, this is field 11. What do we got over here? This one is harvested, which means I need to get limed and plowed. All right, so I can start liming this one. And here, we've got sorghum growing. All right, that's a big field. This one's a really big field. I got a lot of work to do on it. It's got potatoes on it, and they're growing it, but I don't think those are potatoes. I think those are rocks. Wow, potatoes are growing. Not looking forward to that. Okay, so this one needs to be seeded as well. So I'll go find the other cedar. I had 2 cedars because I leased one. Oh, and it's already working. Okay. Sweet, 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 sweet. All right. It's working. You know what I just seeded was not canola. I think it was oats. This is canola. So I think that other cedar is seeding oats. And I have no reason to do oats, but that's okay. All right, this is the field I was just looking at. So I didn't realize I already had a cedar on it. We'll just let him go. And let's see, what do we got here? What happened here? I missed a whole row. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's grab one of those combines and finish that up. Doesn't matter which one. Let's grab this one, I guess. I keep the French fries factory going. Okay, so CFL's going to head out. Got to watch his baseball playoffs. All right, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. It's always good to say hello. Take care and have fun watching your game or games. And I hope your favorites win. It's always good to support a winner. This field. All right. I don't think there's anything else ready to go. So in actuality, we could probably put the wheels down on this guy, get it lowered, unhook it. Alrighty. Well, he's done with that strip and he's going to back all the way up. I need to get my hair cut. Carol said she could do it this week sometime. I'm just going to take this guy back to the main farm until something else comes along that needs harvesting. We've had pretty gloomy weather, except for yesterday we had a little bit of sunshine, and the day before that we had a couple hours in the afternoon that the sun came through. But mostly it's just kind of rainy and wet and cold. But it's October. It's time to start getting that way. All right, I got to go. Let's see. Where's my quicker picker upper? Let's go pick up that grass. I should take one of these very, very large fields and turn it into grass because I'm needing hay and grass for silage and TMR and stuff like that because I've got a lot of cows. Thinks I lost the plow. Where's the plow at? There he is. All right. Well, he's in the right lane, heading for the end of the line. All right. This is a small field, shouldn't take long to do. I'm guessing. Oh, my back. I think that I've got what they call a select comfort bed. It's one of those really expensive air beds that they've got. And I keep forgetting that as the weather changes, so does the air. If you have a balloon that's got air in it and it's hot, the balloon is really full of air. As the temperature around the balloon reduces, the air kind of shrinks in the balloon. It's same with your tires. You have to check the air in your tires during the year because in the summertime they'll be overly inflated and in the wintertime they'll be underinflated. So you have to adjust the air in them for the temperature. Well, I keep forgetting about the bed, and I noticed that it's been getting cooler. And so the air in the bed is lower than normal, and I haven't had enough support, and that's why my back's been aching, I think. So last night I jumped in it and readjusted the air pressure in it, and I slept a lot better. So, maybe that'll fix it up. Evgeny, hello, friend from Ukraine. Hi, how are you? There's a guy I watch from Ukraine all the time on Red Dead Redemption. He calls himself PvP Cat, as in a real cat, like a pet cat. PvP Cat. He's from Ukraine. And I watch him all the time on Red Dead Redemption. So, how are you? How's everything in your life? Okay? I hope so. And I think I kind of butchered his name. I don't know. Evgeny? Oh, cool. Yeah, that's one of my little pet things. I don't like mispronouncing people's names. I'm human like everybody else, and I mispronounce words quite often, but I don't like to, screw up somebody's name. There was some Russian sailors that I kept telling them that my name was Rudy, and they kept saying Yuri. And no, it's Rudy. And they said, Yuri. And finally, I just gave up and said, okay, I'm Yuri. And then one of them smiled and said, I'm Yuri too. So his name was Yuri. Mine was Rudy, and they thought it was Yuri. And so I just left it at that. I said, okay, all right, I'm Yuri too. So, and we had quite the conversation, even though none of us could speak the other's language. I spent a lot of time with them on their ship, and it was in our port here on the river. I can't recall what they were hauling, but they were hauling something to Portland, and they had to tie over here in Astoria for a few days, and I got to spend quite a bit of time with them, and it's amazing how much you can converse with somebody when you don't know their language. But we were able to sit and enjoy a conversation without even being able to understand each other's language. It's amazing, really. That's why I kind of get where you guys know I don't like talking on the telephone and things like that. It's hard to get your thoughts across on the telephone in a lot of cases. If you can sit with somebody eye to eye, you can get a lot more conversing done. Because you can see the person, you can see their attitudes, you can see their body language. There's a lot of life in somebody's eyes. And when you can talk to somebody eye to eye, you can see a lot of emotion, a lot of life in somebody's eyes. And somebody asked me one time, if you're walking around and you're passing by people, what attracts you to people? Now, the conversation we were having in that particular case was women. What attracts you to women? When you meet a new woman, what's the first thing you see? And a lot of people said, well, of course, it was their physical attributes. To me, it was always their eyes. Because I think you can tell a lot about a person by watching their eyes and stuff. And there's been a lot of people that were very beautiful but had angry eyes, and they were arrogant. There was some arrogance there, or there was well, I'm talking to you, but normally I wouldn't talk to somebody in your status. I mean, you can get a lot of that, and that, to me, takes away from any physical beauty they have. Carol and I have often watched, certain actors that are very good looking, but in real life, I don't think they're nice people. And I've always said that person isn't very good looking. And people say, are you kidding that she's beautiful? I said, she may be, but I said, she's not a nice person. And that's more important to me. So, there you go. That's my 2 cents. Got my Mountain Dew early today. There's no ice in it, so I'm kind of wanting to drink it while it's still cold. As I've said, when Carol goes out and buys me a soda like this, a a fountain soda. She doesn't put ice in it for me because I don't like ice. For one thing, they fill the glass all the way up with ice. That means when they pour the drink in, you don't get very much drink because the ice takes up all the volume of the cup. So I don't like that. I don't think you're getting your money's worth. But the other part is I don't like the ice because without a straw's okay. But if you're drinking something with ice in it, I don't like the ice clinkling all over my teeth and stuff. And then the other part is the ice starts to melt if you don't drink your drink fast enough. And whatever your drink is gets watered down by the melting ice. And I don't like that either. So she'll usually get me a soda and not put ice in it. And then I'll put it in the fridge and drink it later when it's cold. All right, let me see what we got here. All right, we've got 93,000 grass that's being turned into hay, and this one on the right. On the left is the silage being made from chaff. Now I don't put grass in there because I've got it'll make the silage out of chaff, and I can get chaff like nobody's business. So I usually put the grass, which is a little harder to get because I have to kind of grow it, but I can get chaff from corn. I can get chaff from sorghum. A lot of different ways to get chaff. So I usually put all the grass in the hay maker, the hay silo. So this particular silo on the right takes the grass and turns it into hay. All right. We got that little job out of the way. Papa Smurf's Sim Ninja? What? Where do you get that trailer for you're using right now? Oh, okay. Yeah, you can do that. I think it's in Giant, though. I think it's on Giant's page. Because if you're getting it from Papa Smurf does not make mods. I mean, most of the mods that he has, he's taken from somebody else. That's why I usually don't get anything from Papa Smurf. I know a lot of mod authors, and I know a lot of mod authors that got things stolen from them that they found on Papa Smurf's page. So I don't get stuff from him. If I can't get it from Giant, then I'll just go to the Mod USA or Mod US, and I don't do a lot of mod stuff. And a lot of the modding I do myself now anyway. So most of the equipment I have is modded now. I didn't do this. I got this someplace, and I'm pretty sure it's on Giant's page. I could go look it up, but I'm in the middle of a live stream, so I suppose I could jump on the other PC and take a look. I can't remember what it's called. Hey, CFL's back. It's a sweet maker. All right, let's see here. Rapid. Let me put that in. That might be. Yeah, it's in. Well, let's see. Okay, so that one doesn't have the boom on it. I'd have to look it up. I gotta get back to work here. I'm gonna get in trouble. Blue. What's happening here? So, bigger picker upper, not on giant. Okay, thanks, Andy. The regular one is in there, not the one with the boom. But I'm pretty sure I got it off of probably ModHub, because that's where I used to only use ModHub, but then I stopped kind of playing the game, so I haven't gotten mods in a long time. I really don't play this game anymore. I probably don't play it any less, but I don't play it anymore. Yeah, you've got something that's interfering. You've got a mod that's interfering with the game. You've got to find out which one it is. There's only one way to do it. Take them all out, put them back in one at a time until it stops loading. That's the only way to do it. You take all the mods out, you put a mod in, and then you try to start the game. If it starts, you're okay. Then you put another mod in. Leave the first mod in and put another mod in. If it starts, leave it in and put another mod in until you get one that stops it. Then you'll know that's the one you're having trouble with. Now, there's a quicker way to do it. It takes a little bit more concentration, and it's the way I do it. I'll take like 5 or 6 mods at a time, and I'll put like 5 mods in, and then I'll start the game, and if it starts okay, then I put 5 more in. And if it starts okay, I put 5 more in. So you can do it 5 at a time. It's a lot faster. And then if you put the next 5 in and it doesn't load, then you'll know one of those new 5 is the one. And so then you start checking each one of those to narrow it down as to which one's causing the problem. Eventually you'll find it. Yeah, I go through my mods all the time if there's one I'm not using. As a matter of fact, of all the mods I've got, when I go from map to map, I don't put all my mods in. When I start the map, I'll start playing, and then I'll just start putting in mods that I want until I get the mods that I want. I don't put them all back in, because there's sometimes you'll put a mod in that you'll never use. Well, why put it in the first place? A good example of that, you guys, I know that I've got tons and tons of mods, hundreds of them. And I've got mods that are very big. And so if I'm playing a map, typically a European map, that has small fields and trees and fences and walls and things around the fields. You just simply can't use that great big huge equipment. So you have to have smaller equipment that you can use. And so it doesn't do any good. Like, it wouldn't do me any good to put in this tractor if I had a map that had very, very small fields on it. This tractor, way oversized. All right, this one's done. Smoke roll. I can't tell you over the years how many times I've had mod problems. Skyrim, Fallout 4. You know, any game you play that you put mods in, you're going to eventually run into mods that don't work well together, or mods that the game doesn't like. And you just have to buckle down and learn how to find them. And sometimes it takes a lot of work. Look how dirty this thing is. Let's go clean this machine up. You ready? There we go. Splash a little water on it. Clean it up. Well, over the years of all the games I've played, I make a list of the mods. I'll tell you, I haven't played Skyrim for several years now, but let's say I decided I want to play Skyrim again. So the first thing I do is I grab the list of when I was playing Skyrim and it was really working well and I was having a lot of fun. I would look at the mods that I had loaded and I would categorize them. Okay, this mod right here is one that if I can't use that mod, I don't want to play the game at all. So I'll put that on a list. And then I'll keep going. Okay, this is one that I won't play without it. And I'll put that on the list. Then I go back up and start through the mods again and I'll say, okay, this one I want. If it doesn't work, I'll still play the game. But I want that mod in the game. And so then there's a second list. And then I go through them again and say, okay, this is one where, you know what? Who cares whether the guy's clothes are blue or green? I'm not putting that one in. So you might have a mod that all it does is change the guy's clothes. And you have to decide, is it worth putting in 100 mods if 50 of them, all they do is change the color of the guy's clothes? So, in other words, my first list is the ones that I will not play the game without. And those are the only ones I put in. And if I can get the game to work the way I want with those, I'm a happy camper. It's then that I'll go to my second list and start picking out those mods that, you know, I will still play it without them, but I'd really like to have them in. And I start putting those in. And if I can get all of those in and the game's still working good, I'm a happy camper. And then I start on the last list. And if I can't get those to work, then to hell with them. I dump them. But obviously, a game is going to work better with the lesser amount of mods. The more mods you put in, the more chance you have of something interfering with something else. So anyway, that's what I do. And so I keep that list so that if I start another game, I know which mods to go look at. And if it's been a couple years, it's more than likely that mod's been updated. So you're going to have to test it all over again. So what do we got here? Grass growing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I need fertilizer on this when the grass grows. I didn't know I planted this in grass, so there you go. And this one, I think I'll plant this one in grass too, so I've got all the grass together. So let's plant this one in grass. Hey, JJ's in the house. Cheers, JJ. Is JJ the one that just did the beer run? Yeah, he is. Cheers, JJ. How you doing today? Where's everybody at today? Is nobody here? Just a Scooby gang here today. I'm a big mod user, and it's because I spend good money on my games, and if I'm having fun, I want to keep playing them. So mods can change the game and make you want to play it again. That's worth some money right there. Is it getting dark on me? It is. All right, let that guy go. Let's go check on the other one. Plow is done. Like this tractor here, you couldn't put this tractor on a European map. You know, they got postage stamp size fields with rock walls around them and hedges and trees all over the place, and you couldn't use this. Oh, look what I've done. I've messed up my field again. Darn it. Oh well, that's the way life is. Yeah, it seems like there was another field over here I need to plow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Grab some control, buddy. Mods are like cheat codes. Not really, not necessarily. Some of them are, obviously. If you've got a mod that automatically puts money in or something like that, or if you've got a mod in that gives you 10 times the experience that you'd normally get, then yeah, that could be considered a cheat. But if you've got a mod that just adds a quest line in so that you get more out of the game because now you have a new quest to do, it seems to me like that's more of an enhancement, not a cheat. And a lot of Skyrim was that way. It added new story and gave you something else to do. Same with this. You know, mods have given you different kinds of crops to do. It has given you the ability to have not just dairy cattle, but beef cattle. I mean, go over to the factory. We're making potato chips. That's a mod. We're taking our beef Angus and turning them into steaks and tripe, and we're taking our pigs and turning it into ham hocks and pork chops. Those are mods, and they add something to the game without, being a cheat. Okay, we can't do this because I need to get lime on that. So we're going to go a lemon. Here we go, a lemon. Yeah, Craig, that's exactly the point. Really, and we keep going back to Skyrim. Because Skyrim has been out how long, and they're still selling copies of Skyrim. People are still buying Skyrim. I've purchased Skyrim maybe 6 times because they keep coming out with a different, collector's edition, or this one's VR that you can use VR with, or there's always some kind of change, and I've bought it 6 or 7 times. I've enjoyed it enough that I bought it for other people and gifted it to them. I've gifted a lot of games to people. Skyrim, Fallout 4. I've gifted to people Red Dead Redemption. All right, I gotta get home and make it daytime. Too dark. It's getting too dark. I can't see. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Let me get up here. And let's sleep till 8 o'clock. Yeah, Farm Sim is a prime example as well, because I'd have quit playing it a long time ago. Can you imagine still playing the 2 maps that came with the original game and not being able to do anything except for plant a field, harvest a field, sell the fruit, and do it all over again? Over and over and over and over and over. That would have got old really fast. Now you get tired of one map and you move on. You get tired of Texas, let's go play in Kansas. You get tired of playing, a pre-made fields. Get yourself a no man's land map and make your own fields. Cut the trees down so that, you got trees on the property. You got weeds to plow out, rocks to pick up. Make your own fields. You can do all of that with mods. You don't like that your character's ginger? Put a mod in, make them blonde. Give them dark hair. Well, that's what I do with these fantasy games. I'll play one as a dwarf, and then, okay, I played as a dwarf. I wonder what it's like to play one as an elf, and so I'll make an elf character. And okay, I've played with a guy character. What's it like to play with a female character? And then I'll do that. I played the game as a doctor. What would it be like to play as a lawyer? Hey, Jeremy. How's it going, buddy? No girls today. Now, it seems to me like didn't Tina say that Jessie might be out this week, or maybe she's busy? I got to get this stuff off the field. I didn't realize I left equipment on the field. And I'm going the wrong way. I should be going back to the farm. Let me just get off the field first. Put the wheels down, drop it, unhook it. Here we go. Here we go, loop-de-loo. Did I hit that? What made it jump like that? All right, I could do. There's still weed in this. I almost teleported with that. I wonder if Scorpion's working back in the office now this week. I think he has to do it once a month. That once a month comes pretty damn fast now, you know. Oh, my. Yeah, I'm not a big Christmas person, so I don't really look forward to it. I look forward to the decorations, the spirit, Christmas spirit, the religious reason for Christmas is what I enjoy. Excuse me. Mostly I just enjoy the family getting together and that kind of thing. All the other stuff I could care less about. All the gift giving and stuff like that's perfectly fine for young people. But what happened? What did I just do? Oh no, what did I just do? Man, he's stuck, isn't he? Come on. Messed that up, didn't I? All I wanted to do was to put the I wanted to I did it again. I wanted to fold up the combine and I kept folding up the header. It's really messed up now. I screwed up royal. I don't know what I've done. I think I still had it hooked up to the tongue, even though the tongue was folded up. But I messed it up royal. I better quit while I'm ahead and just drop it like right there. Just drop it. God, what a mess. Uh-oh. What's happening? What's happening? That other truck. Oh, it must have got around that other truck. Wow, that's good. All right, let's go store this stuff. Hey, John's in the house. John, how are you? Long time no hear. I bet you've been busy. Oh, what Streamlabs wants? Streamlabs wants me to mod it. I'm afraid Streamlabs wants me to pay money is what they want. I keep saying no. Just let me do the free stuff. Okay, it's soup de jour time, but the problem is I already have one. So I got a Mountain Dew. It's soup de jour time. I'm not really jonesing for one because I've had one. I've been drinking for the whole hour here. But still, it's going to make me feel like this because it's Baja Blast. good stuff, man. Look at the color of that. It's not yellow, it's green. It's like somebody's been eating spinach. Num, 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 num. Okay, so there was the soup du jour today. That looks like it's ready to process. That field right there. So I've got, I own every field in the game now. I bought it last live stream. I'm planting and liming and plowing and all that kind of stuff, but I may not be getting to the part where I'm supposed to get all the fertilizer in. Like, this is only halfway fertilized. And so I'm not terribly concerned about it because I've already got more money than I can ever spend. I've got 13 million in the game. Nothing to spend it on because I've already bought all the property. So if I only get half a yield, or if I get a yield that's 10% less because I didn't do 2 fertilizings on it, who cares? You know, it's no big deal if that's the case. The same as if I forget to lime the field. Who cares? The only reason to lime it is to get a higher yield. Well, if I don't get a full yield, who cares? I don't need the money. If I turn into a Hulk, you won't like me when I'm angry. Okay, that one just got plowed, so that means I can plant it. Oh, I got the stop sign. All right, what should we do on this field? Again, I'm to the point where I don't really care because I don't really need the money. I could plant anything I want. I was going to plant canola on that last field and I planted oats. So how about if I put canola on this field? How about that? We could do that. Okay, there we go. Let's find the other seeder and make a short work of that. Oh, he's not done yet. I got him planting grass. So there you go. All right, what else we got? We got stuff to sell. What's this guy doing? He's just sitting here. Might as well get him up to closer to the farm. Which is behind me, I think. There we are. No, that's the animal farm. Why did I bring him over here? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. He can stay over here. We'll put him over by the poop machine. Wow. Okay, we're full up of poop again. Dang. All right. Where's the semi? The dump truck. Doing good, staying way too busy. Boy, that staying busy makes your time go fast. I mean, when I was working, I didn't mind a job that kept me busy. People would say, "Oh my God, you've got a hard job," and I said, "I do," but it seems like I just got here. It's time to go home because I'm working so hard. It's those jobs where you're standing around looking for something to do that, God, the time just goes. I've had jobs like that where there wasn't a whole lot to do and you're sitting there just waiting and you're looking, oh my God, I've only been here an hour. It seems like I've been here all day. Oh, geez. You know, I can't wait till lunch, and then you can't wait till it's time to go home. On the busy jobs, I didn't have time to think about it. I just start working and work, and then the next thing you know, somebody say, "Hey, it's time to go home." Really? All right, I'm tired. I'll go home. So I didn't mind working hard. No capacity for gray apes here. Okay. Maybe. Whoa. Slow those boots down. There, normal speed. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we got grape juice and raisins. This really makes stuff slow. Let's see what we've got turned on here. All right, grapes. It's not, the grape juice isn't turned on. Let's go ahead and turn it on because I've got more grapes than I can shake a stick at. So the raisins are full. Let's throw those out to spawning, and let's start making some grape juice because I got too many grapes. I don't need that many raisins. So let's activate that, and we'll put that also to spawning, and let it make some grape juice. Okay, so there's the raisins. Let's grab some raisins. I don't know if the raisins will go in the cookie maker. And I do have some raisins in there, but not very many. So I'll go and grab some more raisins and put those in there. I gotta sell some meat though. All right, time to go to market. There goes a choo-choo train. Choo-choo! That grape truck's in the way, isn't it? My Rubicon. Oh, geez, I just took my Rubicon out. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. Oh, there was a pole there. All right, let me get the Rubicon out of there. See, I've got grapes I can't use, so I might as well be making grape juice. Know what I mean? I knocked over the garbage can. Somebody's gonna get me. They're gonna take my birthday away. And I keep running this stuff to my store only to find out that I don't have it in my store. And I keep writing it on a piece of paper, and then after I get off the live stream, I forget to go mod that thing. I got to keep the mods up on it. But anyway, let's go down to my store and see what I've got that they'll take and what it won't take. What is that? Is that the grape juice? Oh, look, I've got grape juice and raisins. Oh, this thing don't turn on a dime. This vent is not turning very well. And again, talk about overkill. It's a lot bigger tractor than I need. Okay. Let's go see what I can sell and what I can't sell. There's Lori. Hi, Lori. Whoa. All right, let's see. I think it'll sell the beef or the meat. I can't remember. I thought I put that in. Yeah, it sells the meat. Okay, so I got that in. I don't have the grapes and the raisins in. Grape juice and raisin I don't have in. But that's okay because I forgot I was going to take the raisins over for the cookie machine. So, Lori, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Hay hauling and silage making. It's that time of year. Could get done before the snow hits. What time of year you guys start getting snow? And ice? And cold weather and rain and nastiness. Because it is October already. I cannot believe it. Man, this year's going by. They all seem to. All right, see if this will take the raisins. Yeah, took them all. Sweet. The grape juice will just sell. Looks like we got oil to sell over there. There goes the grape juice. All right. Poop's all picked up. That guy's getting close. Did I ever... Oh, goodness. What's he doing? Grass. Somebody put a tree in my way. All right, here we go. I was watching... there's a lot of people kind of leaving the city and wanting to move out in the country and buying property and kind of get off what they call off-grid kind of a thing. Big birthday tomorrow. Okay, you've had cold weather in October before, but generally it's December. Yeah. The first of fall has already been here. It was here a week or so ago. Big Ten, and that's tomorrow. Is he excited? Yeah, I keep running into trees. Oh, we missed a spot there. I keep forgetting that I need to do a round, clear around the field so that I don't run into that problem that I've got right there of missing the sides and stuff. Yeah, I would guess so, Lori. I know what you're saying. I have trouble dealing with it even today. It's like my dad's been gone for 9 years now. Is it 9 years? and I still have times that I miss. You know, the problem was my father. You know, you've heard I've got a large family. There were 13 of us, and we've lost a few just the last couple of years, but the family never got together except for my father. When my dad had a birthday, Father's Day, anything that had to do with like Christmas, we would always go home to my dad because he's my dad, but he was getting elderly. We never knew how much time he had left. He was in his 90s when he passed. And but the reasons we always got together, we'd have family reunions in the summertime. Our family would plan vacations around family gatherings, all because of my father. And when my father passed, we were at his funeral, and people were asked to come up and say some things. And I stood up and I said some things and talked a little about my father. And I talked a little bit about, those of you that knew my father will understand what I'm going to say next. Those of you that didn't, you'll learn something about my father. And I talked about him. And then I made the comment that I was afraid for the future. And I said the reason is that my father was the glue that brought our family together. And I'm afraid that now that he's gone, I'll never see my brothers and sisters again. Because the only thing that ever brought us together was my dad. And that's pretty much what happened. I mean, we haven't been together hardly ever, except for when another one of us passes and we go to a funeral. But, so anyway, that's a roundabout way of telling Lori I understand what she's feeling. Let me see if I can. What were we planting here? Canola, wasn't it? Wow, look at that strip. What's that? What happened there? That's kind of weird. I'm not going to fix it. Yeah, and the daily moments, mine are always at night. I always have them at night when everybody else is sleeping in bed and it's really quiet and my mind just won't shut down for me to sleep. And I start thinking about, like my dad or other my siblings that are gone and all that kind of stuff. And I can't stop my mind from thinking things that I probably shouldn't be thinking, and I don't, get a real good night's sleep. It's always that time, and that's why I don't like nighttime. I've never been a nighttime person. I'm not a daytime person, though, either. It's, I don't know. It's all part of life. I mean, And that's why I harp on people, especially people that have children. Make sure you spend time with the kids. Make sure you spend every minute you can with them. Work's important. In my mind, when I got married and started having children, even if I didn't have children, I would have felt the same way, because I do. When I got married, I was no longer me. I was we, Carol and I. We were part of the same. Anybody remember what I was doing on this field? It was canola, wasn't it? I think so. If it's not, I'm going to be in trouble. Anyway, there was no longer me. So what I wanted in life was no longer my number one priority. What I wanted in life for Carol and my kids was now my number one priority. And so these people that get divorced because I just didn't get enough my time, I didn't get to do what I wanted. When I got married, all that went away. There was no longer me. There was no longer Carol. There was us together. And we've always felt that way. I mean, we didn't meet till we were in our 30s. I was late 20s. Carol was 30. And we still been married for 44 years this last year. And we still feel the same way we always did. But I often tell people, spend as much time as you can. That time that you want to spend doing something you want to do is not as important as the time that you can spend with your children or your family. It isn't. You wait till you get to be my age. If you get to be my age and you don't have family, or anybody like that, it's going to be a lonely damn life. So take care of that while you can. And that goes to taking pictures and making videos, making memories. I have a terrible memory when it comes to things that have happened in my life. And so I regret not taking more pictures than I took. So when people tell me that they're not happy with their lives, they wish they'd, had a better life, they could have. Your life, that old saying, your life is what you make it, is absolutely true. You make your life every day by the decisions that you make. And if you're having a bad life, now people can have problems. I understand that. People have trouble finding jobs and things like that. It still comes down to you. I mean, I swear, when I've told my kids that when they were growing up and Carol and I were struggling and we were in between jobs, or I was in between jobs, I would take any job that came along. If somebody said, I'll give you $20 if you come home and dig a ditch for me. Okay, I need $20. Show me where the shovel is. I would do it. I didn't think, well, I'm better than that. I've got a college education. I'm not going to go out there and dig somebody's ditch. It had nothing to do with that. Do you want to bring home food for the kids that day? Then you go dig a damn ditch. And don't be so proud. Life is what you make it. And then the next thing you know, somebody sees you digging a ditch and says, there's a hard worker. I've got work for somebody that's a hard worker. What is it? Well, I own a factory. I've got somebody, I'll pay you $20 an hour if you want to work that hard for me. I'd have never got it if the guy hadn't seen me digging a ditch. Now, that doesn't always happen, but what I'm saying is, if you set your goals and set, who you want to be and all that kind of stuff and stick to it, things will happen for you. Everybody always asks me, about jobs and, how much money do you get paid? And I said, I don't care. And they said, what? You don't care how much money you're getting paid? No, because if I know that I'm a hard worker and I know that I'm going to get recognized as that, and if the people think I'm valuable, they're going to give me a raise. And I always did. I was always taken care of. I always got a decent raise. You need to make yourself valuable to somebody. And it's just hard work. You just do hard work. And, that kind of thing. And again, life is what you make it. Make the decisions. If you make a bad decision, that's on you. Oh my God, I'm in jail. Why are you in jail? Because I did something. Well, why did you do that? I don't know. Well, you made the decision to do it. Now you got to pay the price. And so there's a lot of people, oh, my life has been so bad, you know, I'm just living in a ditch. I can't find a job. And how hard have you worked? Did you go out today and look for a job? Well, no. Well, why not? Because I don't want to, or for whatever reason. Then you can't blame somebody else because you're not willing to do for yourself. Sorry. Didn't mean to get on a soapbox, but I understand. I mean, that's how I've ran my life, and I've always been happy and successful with what I've done. I think this guy can start going to work. All right, there we go. Yeah, sorry about that. Getting into the preaching. Sit back and relax and let this guy do the work. Uh-oh. I got some problems out there. Oh, we're getting poop again. Man, I've almost got a full load. Somebody filled my truck up. This guy's empty too, I'll bet. Yeah, I've talked to young people recently about, work and things like that, and I understand things are hard. I do. But you can make them better. I mean, I'll give you an example. Somebody's looking for work, a kid I know. And I said, did you make a resume? And he said, no. And I said, well, unless you're going to be able to get in front of somebody, you need to put yourself on paper. And when you make an application, fill out the application and add a resume so they can see who you are and what you've done and what you can do. And they said, okay, so they did that. And then I saw them a week later and said, have you got a job yet? No. What have you done? And I said, well, I did what you told me to do. I went out and put out applications and resumes. Did you check on them? No. I'm just waiting for somebody to call me. That they're not the ones that need a job. You are. I mean, you could wait all day and never get a phone call. You need to get out there and hustle. You need to go back and say, are you still looking for somebody? Because I'd still love to work here. And, I mean, you don't become a nuisance, but you've got to go out there and try, because you don't know that person, maybe they're so busy because they need people to help them that they haven't had time to go through the applications and stuff. And so, or maybe they did and something else happened and you go remind them, and they look at the people that have applied and they say, well, there's only been one guy that came back and asked about it. Maybe that's the guy I should hire. You got to keep at it. You got to be persistent. You don't sit there and wait for somebody to give you a job if you're looking for work. You need to hustle up. And, I did that all the time. As a matter of fact, when I would get a notice that I didn't get a job, or if I went back and they said, well, we already hired somebody for that position, I didn't let it go at that. If I was talking to them, then I would say, well, thank you for the opportunity for me to apply for the job. Hopefully, maybe you'll get another opening and I'm still available because I'd really like to work for you. And that leaves them with, something about you that they didn't know before, or whatever. If I couldn't meet them in person, if I just got a letter that said, sorry, but we've filled that position, or maybe a phone call, I would write another letter. I would write a letter and thank them for the opportunity of being able to apply for the position, and let them know that you're still interested in working for them, because you never know. Let's say there were 3 people that applied for a job. One of them is you. And then you get a notification that they hired somebody else. You could just let it go. Or you could send a letter that says, thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate the chance to work for your company. If you ever have another opening, feel free, to contact me. I'd love to go to work for you. You don't know that the person they hired over you a week from now says, hey, F you, buddy, I don't like this job anymore, I'm quitting. Boom. Now, if you wrote them a letter, they're gonna think of you probably first and call you up and say, are you still interested in the job? This guy didn't work out. But if you didn't do anything, you just walk away from it, they'd start the process over and put another ad in the paper. And, you gotta be persistent. You gotta be, and not be not be pushy. Don't be a bother, in other words, but be positive. But you have to work at getting a job. Those people that tell me they're just sitting here waiting for a phone call, think, what the hell's wrong with you? Get out there and hustle. Do you really want a job or not? I did that. I've never drawn unemployment. I always had 2 or 3 jobs ready to go, because I'd get out there and just hustle my ass off. And I didn't care what it paid. I just wanted my foot in the door. Once I got my foot in the door, I could ask for more money. And they can either say yes or no, or they could say, you're a real harder worker than we thought. Yeah, we'll give you a raise. Or not. But then you've got a decision. Now, if I took a job I didn't want, I'd keep looking for another job. And if the other job come up, I'd go to the guy and say, look, I found another job. So I'll be leaving in a week or so. And I'm sorry, I enjoyed working here. Oh, really? Well, we want you to stay. Well, offer me something. It's just, I don't know. Just the way I was built, I guess. Alexa, what's the temperature? Yeah, it's 62 here. This is as hot as it's going to get. Six Guns in the house. Hey, Six Guns. 78. Holy smoly, that'd be too hot for us. bureaucracy's a terrible thing. I was watching this YouTube channel. Look out. I was watching this YouTube channel, and I mentioned it earlier. There are people that are trying to get out of the city and move out in the country and start themselves a life, what they call off-grid. So they'll go out and buy like 5 acres or 10 acres or 20 acres someplace in the woods, and then they'll put in, a place to live and chicken, a chicken house or some kind of thing, grow some goats, maybe a pig, and try to start a life out there. Bureaucracy. I was watching this YouTube channel, and they're in Tennessee. They chose Tennessee. They had a choice. They were looking at 6 or 7 different states. They chose Tennessee because the county that they were looking at, they went and talked to, they didn't have any building permit problems. You could do anything you wanted on your property. And it was a forest property out in the forest that they bought. And so they thought what they did, they sold their whatever it was they were driving, and they had a little bit of money saved up. They bought the property, and they were going to build. And now that doesn't happen overnight. They're doing it themselves. And so they went out and they checked all the laws. They checked the county laws and the state laws. The county laws were you didn't have to have a permit to do anything, just do whatever you want. And the state wasn't too far from that. So they thought everything's going to be hunky-dory. They bought the property. They went and they bought one of these sheds that you can convert into like a tiny house because they're cheap. You buy them as a shed. So you're not buying it as a house. You're buying it as a shed. So basically it's just a building that's put together, and they wheel it out and they drop it on your property. And then you change it. You do the work yourself. You put the walls up. You put, electricity to it, water and stuff like that, and you turn it into a tiny house. And it doesn't take a lot of necessarily of work and money. And you can have a place that at least you can go to and keep warm and sleep and that kind of thing while you're building your house or whatever it is that you're trying to build up on your property. You've got a little bitty shed kind of a house, a tiny house to live in while you're building the main part of the property. So after they did this, they moved into their little thing and they started fixing the property up, putting roads in and getting water up there and power and things like that. And after after a video that they made, somebody sent them a comment and said, "I live in Tennessee too. How did you get around this law, this state law that says that you can't bring one of those sheds or even a tiny house that's already built into a property?" And they said, "What are you talking about? We looked at we didn't see anything like that. What are you talking about?" Maybe they thought maybe this guy lived in a different county in Tennessee. But it got the guy curious enough that he went back to the state and started looking at the building laws and stuff. And there, sure enough, at the very back of the whole document of 100 pages of documentation, there's a clause that says in Tennessee you cannot bring a tiny home that's already built and drop it on a property. And that includes these sheds that everybody's putting up. Specifically, those two things are mentioned. And he didn't see it before because it wasn't in any of the laws that were pertaining to building. It was tagged on to the very back of everything. And he thought, my God, what do we do now? And so he went to the county and contacted the county. And the person at the county said, "Oh, you're perfectly fine. Don't worry about it." And they said, "Are you sure?" And they showed him the state law. And the guy says, "Oh, well, that state law supersedes the county. I didn't know about that. And so, yeah, you might have an issue. So he said, but I think you're in the right, so I'm going to fight for you because this is ridiculous, you know? And so the guy went to the state and was fighting for these kids, these two people. And the state said, no, it's pretty specific. Let's check with our lawyers. So they went to the lawyers for the state, and they said the lawyers were like robots. They just said, no, you can't do it. It says right here, it's the law. Too bad. Go away. And so now they're fighting over this. They've been fighting over it for about a month now. And they finally went back to somebody at the state. I think it was the lawyer again. Are you sure there's nothing we can do? And the lawyer said, there is something you can do. And they said, what? And they said, the law says you can't bring something on that's already built. And they had it up on blocks. They had it on like a foundation. And they thought that maybe that would make a difference, that it was not just, it wasn't something that could be moved. It was actually on blocks. And he said, no, that doesn't make any difference because the law doesn't have anything to do with that. The law says you can't bring it into the property and drop it there and live in it. You can't live in it. And so they said, well, what is it that we can do? And he said, you can take a hammer and a pry bar and you can take it all apart. Just tear it down, every nail, every board, and then rebuild it. And the state would be okay with that. Isn't that the most silly thing you've ever heard? Now, they asked the guy, well, why is this even a law? And he said, it's a law for safety reasons. What? So I could go out in my property and build a building that I know nothing about how to do, and that's going to be safer than having somebody that builds buildings that knows what they're doing do it? What kind? And then they also said, why are all these people always fighting for the cause of affordable housing? But when we're trying to do affordable housing by taking a shed and making it into a house that we could live in, we can't do that? We have to, hire somebody to build a $100,000 home? Anyway, bureaucracy so stupid. Yeah, if you tear it down and rebuild it, it'll be okay. The law won't care. That's just the stupidest thing. So they're really contemplating having to do that. But they're coming on into winter now. Crazy, man. Bureaucracy, what are you going to do? I should take one of these things, and I think I've got a field, that grass field needs some fertilizer that I had. Where in the hell am I? Oh, I'm on this new property. All right, we need to lime this field too, right here. Well, we're here. Let's lime this thing. All right, let's get the other one. What the? Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers, Lori. Oh, the poo truck driver's getting excited. He's full and he doesn't like being full of poo, so he's honking his horn. Okay, where am I at? That guy's doing that side. We'll go to the other side, I guess. Meet in the middle. JJ's cooking up a storm. The big 10th birthday. Exciting. What's he want for his birthday? Addie wanted a longboard. She begged me for a longboard. I don't know what the difference is. It's like a skateboard. They call it a longboard. I don't know what the difference is, but so I bought it for her. I've never seen her use it. Yeah, and that's something, Andy. I mean, it's really crazy. '18th of October, sweet. I don't have birthdays anymore. I stopped having birthdays a long time ago. Whoa, what the? Woo! You go. Ah! My God. All right, hang on. I think since that happened, let's do a swath across here. Give it a little room to turn around. I'm away from the microphones. Get a little bit of room. The Rude Man Way. It sure looked like it, didn't it? I'm going to do it back also, and then we'll start back on the up and down. New Year's babies. Yeah. Well, you gotta take your birthday and take it back 9 months. Yep. Somebody had there was a thing many years ago where a huge city had a blackout, and 9 months later, there were like 10 times the amount of kids born. Scorpion. Yeah, there was a blackout that lasted a couple days. People had nothing to do but stay home in the dark. And 9 months later, there were like 10 times the amount of kids born than normal. People with nothing else to do, they're going to get together and cuddle in the dark. Scorpion, are you back in the office this week, or what week do you have in the office this month? Are you just 1 month or 1 week a month now that you have to go in? Oh, look, trouble. What is happening? What's that? What the hell did I hit? I don't know what I've done. Oh, shoot. What did I do? I don't know. I hit a button on the keyboard that did whatever that is. Oh, no. Is that it? Is that what I did? What is that? Whatever that was, it was F11, and I don't know what it's supposed to do. Oh, God, I'm sorry. Whoa. Almost blew my head off. Holy smokes. What was I doing? That was bad enough doing that when I didn't have a camera. Now that I've got a camera. Damn it, I did it again. Oh, I'm so sorry. How unprofessional. God. Now I'm embarrassed. Oh, clear my sinuses out though. Oh, man. That's what I was trying to hit. Oh, sorry. So I was trying to hit that button, but I was on the wrong row, and I hit that button instead. And then usually I would turn, but I didn't get to the microphone one either. Terrible. Oh, man. I love my camera situation. I found this on my, I'm running my camera through NVIDIA, the graphics card. Because NVIDIA has that thing that does the green screen, so automatically. So I don't have to actually. There is no green screen behind me. There's nothing behind me. The graphics card takes care of it somehow. It focuses in on me and anything around me, and everything else is gone. So if you'll notice, like my hand, there's a certain point where my hand will go away, but. I don't know how it works, but that's what it does. And so I found another control on it that lets the camera follow you. So I can lean over and it moves the camera. So it keeps me in the center. So, and what you don't see is part of the picture over here is off the stream. So if the picture's this wide, part of it is off the screen. So I'm actually in the center of the picture. See where my other hand goes away? There's that much of the screen on this side, on that side too. It's just off screen, you can't see it. So when I move, it's putting me in the center, which is kind of cool because, sometimes you have to move. Sometimes you have to move it. And moving it is what it's all about. Oh, I forgot about this guy. This guy's full of poop. I got to get him out of here. Now I've cleared my sinuses. Oh, look at these guys. They don't play well together. I have to fix them. All right, let's start with this guy, I guess. Get him out of the road. We got spots we missed, so I'll get the other guy here and clean those spots up. It's because of the trees. There's hit boxes around the trees. It sees the trees and doesn't want to go any further. So clean it up. Why not? What's Scorpion saying? Oh, it's not bubbles. Yeah, that's not part of my deal. I get, it really depends on what causes the sneeze. If I had a cold, then yeah, it would have been a mess. But that's not what's causing it. It's like pollen or something in the air. So it's just like something's tickling your nose. Like it'd be like if you poured pepper and you sniffed it up and you sneezed, made you sneeze. You're not sneezing because your nose is full or your sinuses are full. If I had a cold and sneeze like that, there'd be stuff all over the screen. Maybe not, but oh. Scorp's better than AI. Oh Lord. I meant to empty the poop mobile. Oh shoot. Slow my boots down. Alright, let's go empty this monster. First of all, let's make sure we can't put it in the fertilizer machines. Snort too much pepper. Well, it depends on how much you use. I use a lot of pepper, so the odds of me snorting some is pretty good. Pepper's my salt. I'm not supposed to have salt at all, so I usually over pepper things because I don't have a real good sense of taste. So I need a lot of spices and stuff to be able to taste food. I do blame you. You came in, I'm allergic to you. Oh, Jeff and I have been playing Baldur's Gate co-op. Baldur's Gate has a multiplayer to it. And so we've been playing multiplayer, and it's a lot of fun. The reason I mentioned that is because Scorpion's here. It made me think about it, because playing multiplayer with somebody. No capacity for Banur. Why not? Why is there no capacity for Banur here? Everything's full up. Is this thing not producing? Do I have it turned off? What the heck? That better not be the case, because I'm missing out then, if that's the case. It's not on. What? Doggone it. I don't know if both of them have to be on or not. I'm going to turn both of them on. I can't remember why. Which one does what? Oh, one of them's doing Digistate and one of them's doing liquid poop. So they should both be on. God, I wonder if that's the case on the other one. It must be. The other one must be. Yeah, they're both on. I just turned them both on. Never mind. But hey, it's time for me to go anyway. Craig probably turned it off. I would guess so, because Craig doesn't, he keeps trying to get a raise out of me. So he's upset that I don't play enough grain. Craig says, shh. As a matter of fact, Craig's so upset he's not going to come and watch the stream next week. He has to go to work. Craig has to go to work. So next week he's going to work and he won't be able to watch the live stream. Yeah, that working's overrated, Craig. Eating's not, though. So if you need to eat, if you need to work to eat, then I guess it's a trade-off. Well, what I did instead is I went in and I charged less for the stuff you're using to buy it with. It costs less for, the Rude Man Way and the tractors. You can get a tractor for cheaper than you could normally. Anyway, time for me to go. And I'll be back on Thursday, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, sorry about all the preaching today. But it's the way it goes. Game Crazy. Thank you. I appreciate that. And so did the Dancing Twinkies. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Game Crazy. I appreciate it. It's the small things in life that I do that make me happy. If I can make you smile and make you happy, then that's good enough for me. All right. Hey, until Thursday, take care of yourselves. Take care of your families, especially. Tell Rob happy birthday for me, Lori. And maybe I'll talk to him on Thursday. Be well and be safe. And I'll see you later. Bye.